Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. So, Donald Trump has raised a whole lot of cash. He has gained so much money from his rally in New Jersey at the New Jersey coast, where over 100,000 people came to support Donald Trump. And we ask ourselves, where are all the Biden supporters? Where are the hundreds and thousands of Biden supporters showing up to these Biden rallies in the name of Joe Biden and democracy? And more, we continue to realize, yeah, this is the Democrats' slogan, save democracy, Biden 2024. Uh, we know that this is just a coping title. Go out and save democracy. They think that pathetic title is actually going to work. Well, I tell you, it's not. It doesn't, right? It doesn't work. And reason being is we know the Democrats have used the same title 8 years ago in 2020 and 2016. They have demonized this man for far too long, and people are realizing, hey, you know what? There's no pleasing the Democrats. There's no pleasing the media. We're just going to do what we want to do. And that's true democracy. And that's what the Democrats will never understand. Donald Trump raising $25 million more dollars than the Biden campaign. He is in the lead of funding and fundraising. Makes sense because Joe Biden, no one likes him. He has nothing to campaign on, and he does not motivate people. Donald Trump, on the other hand, has a base. He has a motivation. He has plans that are getting people excited. When it comes to the border, foreign policy, the economy, people are looking forward to that. And that's what's going to bring a lot of Trump voters and even some moderates to vote to the polls to vote for Trump. Why should people go up and vote for Biden? Well, there's always the vote blue no matter who, Democrat, who, whoever, like, as you know, it's like that meme. And I'm going to pull up that meme because it really is how it is in this country. It may be dead in your opinion, but really, this is the country right now, and this is the Democrats. This is the Biden administration. And no matter if you find this cringe or not, I find it cringe that the comparison is so similar to the meme. It's just, yeah, even the GOP basically posted this. Um, yeah, this was back in 2016, and how accurate? Eight, technically 7 years ago, but yeah, the GOP really needs to repost this because this is exactly what's going on in the Biden administration. Our country is literally on fire, and they're like, "Oh, this is fine." And we're supposed to. This is the average American people. It, like, seriously, we have we wish the Democrats could have a brain and have follow these lower comic strips, right? But no, they don't because they don't have the coordinates. But if they follow those comic strips on the bottom, they're essentially saying, look at that. This is the problem. It's not fine. Like, look at that. Everything's on fire. And that's essentially making yourselves look bad. So you essentially sitting in the middle of a fire in a burning house, you're just going to say it's fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong going on. Even everything is wrong. We have the border wide open. We have immigration, crime. Because of the border, crime has been out of control. Out of control. People can't live in these big cities where businesses are so good and there's a lot of opportunity, but the only con with that is the crime. You risk getting yourself into an ugly situation with someone that really doesn't deserve to be living in the city. or the country if they're going to pull this nonsense. So seriously, of course, yes, this is just exactly this is the Biden administration, America in one meme. One meme, guys. One meme. And it may be dead. I can guarantee you it's a dead meme. Because seeing this is back from 2016, but let's bring it back up again to make a point. Because Americans are saying it's not fine. Look at inflation is out of control. We're coming back from the grocery store with a grocery bill of $400. I'm a middle class family. I'm a part of a middle class family. Good for you if you haven't brought back $400. That's what I'm doing. My grocery bill is at $400. Back a couple of years ago, we were talking about how $200 was too much. $400 is 20 times the amount. And this all started happening during the Biden inflation administration. Like, seriously. So I like to really point this out. Just if there's a liberal that is really tuned in for Joe Biden, and even though Joe Biden did nothing for this liberal, nothing at all, this liberal is just stunned by the fact that Joe Biden has a big letter D his big fat letter D, and that this president of ours is representing this liberal, even though in reality he really isn't. He really is doing nothing. What's he doing that's representative in the first place? What's he doing that's representing your interests? Nothing. Just lip service during the State of the Union, talking trash about Trump. That's what the Democrats want overall. Yes, progressives are different. Progressives like Bernie Sanders wants free healthcare, free community college, free, as you know, support for Palestine, I believe it was stop foreign interventions, better healthcare, and better education. These are progressives. Vote blue no matter who, Democrats or Biden Democrats. They just want him just to sit and warm up the Oval Office chair with his big fat butt. That's all he wants. Keep it warm. Keep it warm for the next Democrat president to come in next. Whether that be Gavin Newsom or Kamala Harris, just sitting on that seat and keep it warm for 4 more years. That's all they want. Like, seriously. And Joe Biden's supposed to debate Trump, and all he's going to do is Trump's going to go on Biden's the one going on defense. And he's going to throw his January 6th card, his criminal indictment card. Wow. And then he throws his Trump bad, I beat a Trump card. And Trump's going to shuck it out of the way. Like, seriously. Biden's just throwing his cards up in the air and watching them fall to the ground. Like, seriously. So, yes, great news. I don't honestly have source. I do have source because Red Eagle Politics was pretty hyped up for that. I wouldn't say he was hyped, but he did announce that, yes, he did a good video that Trump is has a $25 million lead, which is very good against Biden. It's not much, but he surpassed him thanks to I would say, New Jersey rally. And it also could be that Donald Trump is campaigning in more blue areas. And that, again, he's kind of using the tactics he used in 2016, where he campaigned in states like Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Michigan. Those 2 northern Rust Belt states haven't really voted Republican in a while. Wisconsin, the last time the state of Wisconsin voted for a Republican other than 2016, before 2016, was 1988. Republicans had a close call, almost a win almost had a close defeat. I won't say close defeat, but close, almost a win in 2000 and 2004 under George Bush. But when Barack Obama came, he basically made Wisconsin a solid blue state. Am I not wrong? I mean, literally, farmers of Wisconsin, dairy farmers, not to mention the cities around Wisconsin, all supported Obama. Same deal with Michigan. Pennsylvania, same deal. Well, actually, hang on. I'm correcting myself. The last election where Wisconsin voted Republican was in 1984. Because now I'm thinking about it, yes, Wisconsin voted for Michael Dukakis. That's how blue it was. And you had states like Michigan and Pennsylvania and Illinois go for George H.W. Bush. So it's very smart. Donald Trump is reusing the tactics he used in 2016. It's very good he's trying to go back to those tactics. Not only that, expanding his base, going to the swing states, which he did in 2020. However, he was in office. He was blamed for a lot of problems. He's going at those swing states again, but he's going to go after states that are technically blue states. Minnesota, Virginia, New York even. And he's going to try to win some votes. It would be great if Trump could win these states. Honestly, I think Trump could get away with. Donald Trump is saying he could win Minnesota. You know what? Minnesota, seeing the current situation in the state of Minnesota, minus the Somali vote that comes out and votes for Biden, minus the staunch progressive vote, and crank up some Trump votes a little bit, I honestly think Trump has a chance to win Minnesota. I'll tell you what, there is not going to be one president, not one Republican president, that is going to be able to win Minnesota other than Donald Trump. I'm telling you guys, in order to win Minnesota, you got to get a well-known, well-renowned guy. You got Mitt Romney. Oh, he's to a point. 2012, he can't beat Obama. Come on. And then you got John McCain. Donald Trump did way better than both of those two losers. Two rhinoed losers. He almost won in 2016. He lost in 2020 thanks to the media. But guess what? Biden's approval has been low in the state of Minnesota since 2022. I say you take advantage of that. Add more to that. Adding more to the fact, you have the Somali and radical left vote. Take that out. There are a lot of those voters, centrist voters, are either going to go for Kennedy or they're just going to stay home. A lot of those leftists are going to go for Cornel West or they're just going to stay home. You really think the pro-Palestine movement's going to go and say, sigh, we'll go vote for Biden? No. These pro-Palestine movement literally said that Joe Biden is far right. And to a point, they are technically right because we got to remember, Joe Biden donated thousands of dollars to the KKK when he was entering politics. Well, even before that. He was a staunch ally of Strom Thurmond, a huge opponent of the Civil Rights Amendment, and he helped segregationists, equip segregationists like Harry Byrd and Strom Thurmond to tackle the Civil Rights Amendment, which would be passed by LBJ. And guess what? Today, Joe Biden goes, oh, abortion, Roe v. Wade's the law of the land. This is the guy that came out and said Roe v. Wade's the most disgustingest thing ever. And back when it was first passed in the 70s. This guy was a dino. This guy was a conservative. What we're seeing right now is conservative Joe Biden. So technically, in a way, they're right. You're seeing the right-wing side of Joe Biden come out And I think, honestly, I'm not saying Joe Biden is right wing. He's nowhere close to right wing. He has been taken over by radical leftists like Obama, and he's been pushed and shoved into the left corner, and he just can't seem to get out. But when he talks like a conservative, minus the gaslighting when he flirts with LGBT or transgender or minority groups, minus all that. When he talks, he sounds like a conservative. He sounds like a conservative Christian, a white Christian male. The radical left hates that. They hate it. You really are going to think they're going to stand in line to go and vote for that guy because Trump bad? I think, honestly, if you go to a pro-Palestine rally, they're asked them. I'm sure there are going to be a lot of people that will say Biden's better than Trump, but I will guarantee you a handful of those people in the pro-Palestine rallies are going to say none of the above. Which president you like better, Biden or Trump? They'll say none of the above. Majority of Somali groups and Muslim groups have polled that over 80% of Muslims have openly stated that Trump and Biden and Trump, but I would say, how am I going to phrase this? Majority of Muslim groups have said that either Biden and Trump are better. Really, in other words, they're saying none of the above. So I believe it. Honestly, it's going to be staunch Biden supporters, which there are very few because Biden's a sleeping turd. I'm sorry, he is no way to rally people up. And there's going to be Trump supporters. Biden's going to have a lot of problems, seeing that he's an incumbent president. And there has been a lot of problems in the country in the last 4 years, and everyone's pointing the fingers at him because he's sitting in the chair of control and power. So, and all Trump can do is work hard. But I can guarantee you, Trump's thinking, oh, yeah, I know how that feels because I was there 4 years ago. So, yeah, that's why I'm really shocked. Like, smart intellectuals like Alan Lichtman would predict Biden to win. Like, even though that 12 keys of his 13 keys went to Trump and 1 key, which happened to give Biden the credit of being the incumbent president, to Biden. And to be honest, you should minus that key because we've saw so many presidents. 11 presidents so far in American history have lost re-election. I can guarantee you there are going to be much more through the course of American history, seeing that how partisan we've become, how partisan and how polarized we are. It's vote for Republican or vote for not vote at all, or vote for Democrats or vote not at all. I cannot compromise. I can't switch to the other side because he disagrees with him. They don't, like, people back then used to think, okay, how am I going to benefit? How is my family and others going to benefit? And they would think, should I vote Democrat or Republican this year? Now it's turned into, I'm going to go, should I vote or shouldn't I vote this year? I don't necessarily like Biden, but I'm definitely not going to vote for Republican. No. Even though you think Trump would do well as president this time. No. I'm not going to vote for him. No, because he has a big fat R by his name. No. Like, literally. This goes for vice versa for Republicans, guys. They do the same thing. Well, honestly, I've noticed my mapping channel, I do polling on my mapping. They are actually more bipartisan. They will openly vote for candidates for Democrats. Like, for example, I polled in 2012. a 2012 poll. Would you rather vote for Obama or Romney? My mapping channel is overwhelmingly conservative, 70% conservative at the most. And honestly, mapping, you would think I do maps, I create political maps. That's what I do. I make maps over the results. But my mapping channel voted 80% for Barack Obama in 2012 because they realized Obama's policies were much better than hypocritical Mitt Romney, who honestly should leave the Republican Party. What are you doing? This is a guy who just sits in the Republican Party, doesn't want to leave because his family, who once again are religious Mormons, have been lifelong Republicans since they came to Salt Lake City. Believe it or not. He wants to keep the family name, and I respect that, but honestly, I kind of don't. So, yeah, great news for Donald Trump. A great $25 million haul thanks to Trump's successful New Jersey rally. This is a historic rally in presidential election history. Not very, very rarely has a rally gathered up 100,000 people. Think about that. 100,000 people. And the fact that this is a convicted criminal, that shows that, yeah, people really can care less about your criminal conviction. They all know that this is like a preschool puppet show. You go and drag you drag your little brother into the puppet show, and you go, hey, let's play puppets, and like that's what they're doing with Trump. Like, clearly you want to be somewhere, you have to be somewhere, but your little sister's like, we need to go and play puppets now, and like, seriously, it's a game, it's a little puppet show. You be the indicted criminal, and I have to hit you thousands of million times. Whack, 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 whack. Like, seriously, like, that is, it's a game. Honestly, it really is. But what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. And as always, I'll see you all in the next political episode.